So at the time I'm recording this video for you, it's the 5th of October 2024. Great. Big deal. What's the big whoop? Here's the big whoop. I've got 0 subscribers, I've got 0 watch time, and I have got 0 experience of being on YouTube. Well, at this end of the camera, I'm pretty good at watching YouTube videos. I've really nailed that. It is clearly a very bold move to get started on YouTube. But I do have some things in my favour. Experience. I have professional and personal experience that I'd really love to share. There'll be people who are in a similar position to me and it might be helpful, who knows. So I'm 50 years old. I shan't be repeating that again. So I've lived a life. I've done my earth walk. I'm still on with it now. As a professional, I've worked in mental health care now for 30 years more. Latterly, sort of last 8 or 9 years, I've worked in higher education in the UK, working in a university, which has been just brilliant. I really enjoy that. So I do have stuff to share. Personal life, well, at the age I am now, I'm sure you'd anticipate I've had loss. I've been loved. I've had kids, I've got grandkids, I've family life. There's a lot to balance. I've got things right, I've got things wrong. I've learnt loads from the things that I've got wrong. I'm happy to share. That's just a slice of life. So we're all doing this earth walk together and I want to be of service. I'm ready and I'm excited to be on YouTube. As I mentioned, I do want to be of service. I want to be successful too. Yeah, of course I do. But how would I define success? How would I define success? That's a very reasonable question, I hear you ask. Well, for me, success is about having joy in creating, joy in sharing. That would be, I'm happy, I'm delighted. I want to provide value. We always talk about added value, but yeah, I want to. If some of that means it's helpful to you, some of the experiences I've had, they're helpful for you. Some of the things I'm happy to research and bring to you saves you doing it. I'm adding value for you. I'm happy to do it. I want to see a world where busy working professionals can be pretty well lined up or aligned, I'd say, with their who they are, the core of them, and they can bring all of this to work every day. That we don't have this split between, well, on a weekend and out of hours. I'm much happier. I'm joyful. I engage with life in a meaningful way. I'm generous. I'm kind. And then we go to work and we have to show up differently. We have to show up in a very corporate way to get by. So I'm really about, how do I bring the whole of me to everything every day? So that's my jam. That's what I'm about. Success is where people are inspired, where people learn something new, people like you. And I'm learning all the time. I'm brand new to YouTube, right? Why would I do this? Well, why ever not? For me, it's a real creative outlet. But who knows? This is recording number 1. Let's see how I go. Do I want to get pulled into the metrics of likes, comments, subscribers, view time hours? Not especially. Will I? Probably. Yeah, I probably will a bit, but I don't want that to be my definer. So really, I want to think about engagement more. How helpful is this? Are we having conversations in the chat? Maybe we are. Who knows? I've mentioned that I really love to learn and I want new experiences, and this is very much a new experience. Now, I've learned lots of things about being on YouTube from when I first thought, perhaps I'd like to set up a YouTube channel that I can link directly to my coaching business. So how come I'm working full time and I'm setting up a coaching business? Very good question. And there's a story behind that, and that's probably for another video, but I am doing the two at this moment in time. It's inspiration from others, and I thought, well, where do you start? What do you learn? And there are a lot of videos on YouTube about, if I started YouTube now in 2024, this is what I would do, coming from somebody who's already very successful. Love it. Brilliant, very inspiring. Lots of videos like that. Lots of videos on how I got monetized. Again, inspiring, love it. Some really very practical tips, moving from doing nothing, me, 0 subscribers, 0 watch time hours, to actually this is working. But what I couldn't find so much was people like me, and possibly like you, who are going to get started, but are in that window of time where I've not started, albeit this is my first video, and I'm in that window of I'm planning, very much in a planning stage. And so I'm going to give a shout out to Alexa Saranova. I think I've pronounced the surname wrong. Sorry, Alexa. Super spiritual lady. That really shines through. That's the thing that really connect with. She's really about, you can be in your 40s, 50s, 60s and over and get onto YouTube. Totally vibe with Alexa. So brilliant. Lots of inspiration there. Nate Black. I really love the idea that do your YouTube as if you're talking to the hundreds of thousands of subscribers and viewers that you already have. I love that. So that shifts things as well. So thank you, Nate. Modern Millie, very much about the data, using the metrics, very formulaic. Love it. Really super helpful when you're like, what do I do? Where do I start? So some very practical tips from Modern Millie. And I love that she just shows up who she is. And Virginia Kerr. Again, inspirational. She shows a vulnerability and I love that. Age range, fantastic. And she just recently done a brilliant challenge of posting every day, and it was great. So all of this inspiration is great, but has it fired me to actually do it? The key messaging has been around just do it. Put your videos out there. Your first videos are going to be rubbish. You're not going to get any viewers, so just get them over with, almost like crack on and get them under your belt. So I'm cracking on and getting them under my belt, but I'm also sharing that I'm at the point where I should be doing this in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, when I've got all those ideas, when I've got my spreadsheet ready, when I've got my titles and I'm thinking about the thumbnails and then I'm thinking about the content and all the rest of it. But there's something about just do it. So I'm sharing. I'm being vulnerable. I'm bringing myself to you to share what's going on. I can't say do this because I'm actually doing it. So I'm sharing this, my journey. And imagine everything will change as the weeks and months pass by, and I'm bringing the content around. And this is the areas I want to bring content in: self-care, personal development, spiritual growth, all for working professionals. So how do we bring these together? So that's where my content will be. But in the meantime, this is me kind of in my toddler, learning how to walk, learning my craft, and I'm sharing it on the way. So that's what I thought I would do. In the 1970s, Prochaska and DiClemente came up with a Transtheoretical model of change. Sounds grand. It's really practical. I think it's true. And they had like a 5-step model to, it was actually changing habits, and a lot of it's used in substance use. But the steps really resonated when I was going over them. They kind of popped up to me. And so we've got steps. There are 5 steps. Pre-contemplation, then contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and relapse. That's 6 steps. And I've just said there are 5. I think I need to get back in my books again. Okay, I think the 6th one is not a step. So let's look at it. Pre-contemplation. Let's apply this model to starting a YouTube channel and let's see if it's helpful. Pre-contemplation. These can be months before you take action. you're weighing up the pros and cons. Can I do it? Can't I do it? What would be good about setting up a YouTube channel? What would be good about setting up my own business? How would that work? So I'm not even at a point where I think I'm going to do it. I'm just kind of, it's fleeting thoughts. Yeah, been there. Pre-contemplation. If I tracked really far back, do you know, many moons ago, I'd be like, oh, I really would like my own business, but never really got to where that might be. I was too busy being a nurse. Contemplation stage. And this can be months and years that we're in contemplation stage. And again, we're still weighing things up, but we can see it's on the horizon that this could happen in the next 6 months. So it's kind of imminent, but we're still thinking about it. There's been no pledge to I'm absolutely going to do it. So we're in contemplation phase. And I can resonate with that. And can you? At the point where you're weighing it up, but also questions for us are, well, what's holding us back? What's getting in the way? What are the barriers? What are the hurdles? And so at contemplation phase, we then move through to a preparation phase. And we've made that decision and now we're going to prepare. So steps 1, steps 2, steps 3 is preparation. We're starting to make small changes. We're getting ready for a big shift. Okay, so we're thinking about YouTube in that kind of a way. What would it look like? How would it be? You know, even those things I already shared about, I'm thinking about what content might I bring? You know, thank you, Modern Millie, but, you know, what pillars might I focus on, but also bring other pillars in, for example. Kind of at this kind of a what I want to phase. This is the preparation. I'm going to test the waters, and you could say, this video is a bit of a test the water. I'm in preparation mode and I'm happy to share with you that I'm in preparation mode. So I haven't done the action yet. The action is the next step. I'm still in researching, reading. As I've mentioned, I give shout out to some excellent YouTubers already. So I'm gathering my nuts and berries ready for the next stage, which is action. And these, the action has very much to come out of the 3 steps before. It's really common just to go straight into action, and many people do, and there's no criticism there. If that works for somebody, boom, get on with the action, get on it. For me, this model resonates more, the umming and ahhing, the weighing it up. Oh, can I do it? Can't I do it? So that really worked for me. So the action stage is doing it. It's doing those videos. And for me, it's like, get the website ready. It's thinking about the course I want to write, the content ready. It's also really key at this stage to think about, where is my support? So support from other YouTubers, but support of outside of YouTubers. And I will give a shout out to Nate Black on that one, who speaks very eloquently about the importance of having that additional support. So that's where I'm at now, is this phase where I'm moving towards action. You could say I've got a foot in preparation, probably a foot and a half in preparation and half a toe in action. Hence this video, which is a bit premature, but I'm prepared to chart this route through because I think there are other people in the same position that I'm in, and yeah, I'm sharing it. Okay, so next step is then maintenance of this 5-step model, a new habit. And this habit is being on YouTube. It's YouTubing. So how do I stick with this new habit? How do I maintain it? What are the sorts of things I need to do to maintain this habit? There'll be temptation coming in, of course. You know, temptation to stop. I'm too busy. I don't have very many viewers. Nobody's liking my content. I don't have any subscribers. This other YouTuber's doing way better than me. I'm stopping. It's not good enough. I'm getting obsessed with the numbers. There's so many reasons why I might want to stop. So plan for that in preparation, in action stage as well. What are we going to do when these things crop up? But also remembering there is no shame in having had a go and decided, actually, it's not for me. No shame at all. So this earth walk is about having those experiences, and perhaps that's all you needed was the experience. Everything I've read about being a YouTuber is this: it's hard and you require a lot of perseverance. A lot of perseverance. get the scheduling, getting those videos out, whatever you commit to doing that regardless. Lots of hacks to help to do that as well. So it's not an impossible situation, but when it comes to maintenance, it might be remembering what works, remembering the sorts of things that you said you would do and going ahead and doing them. And there's a wealth of information out there to help, which I'll be drawing on and have been drawing on. So they're the 5 steps: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. The first 3 being the key ones. So it might be when you're into maintenance, you have to loop back a bit into the first 3 to just build up and move you through there as well. Okay, so for now, watch this space. I'm not committing to when I'm going to put my next video out, because I'm really still in preparation and I'm dipping my toe in action.